And I want to ask you guys real quick, how many of you know somebody who's attempted suicide, committed suicide? How many of you know somebody who struggled with anxiety or depression or stress or PTSD? That's everyone in this room. Mental illness affects all of us because we all have minds and they can all malfunction. We can put them into that state. So, I'm talking to you guys today because I discovered my cure. And I was over at my friend's house and I came across a book called Play. And I read the book in one sitting and it blew my mind. I realized what I'd been doing wrong all along. I had chronically deprived myself of play. I had worked myself into insanity. And this is super common for millions of people and no one talks about it. It's ridiculous because play is not a childish activity, it's not frivolous, it's actually essential to all humans. All of us were once children and we played all the time because that is how humans function. We have some of the biggest brains of any of God's creatures, and the way that we learn, the way that we bond, the way that we cope with stress and reality and learn how to survive and build resilience is by playing with each other. Now, scientists have done research where they've deprived animals of play. Sounds cruel, but they have done this research. They've given them everything else that they need, give them proper nutrition, they give them love, they stop them from playing. You know what happens to those mammals? They develop mental illnesses. They grow up to be socially and emotionally crippled. They lash out irrationally at others, and they are living in constant fear and dread because they cannot calibrate if they're in a life or death situation. This happens to humans too. And so I decided I'm going to start incorporating play into my daily life. And so I viewed every opportunity as a moment to have guilt-free fun, rather than as I need to grind my way through life. I need to, I need to work all the time. Love is an obligation. I'll get on Tinder. No. Acting like a robot all the time. And so a guy emailed me and he said, "Hey Charlie, do you want to go grab coffee and have a business meeting?" I said, "Why don't we go play catch in the park instead? It's a lot more fun than sucking back caffeine and talking about, oh, I'm quite impressive. How impressive are you?" Well, I'm actually very impressive myself. A typical adult business meeting. And after that game of catch, not only did we become friends, but I returned to my work for the first time and I felt this sense of relief. I could actually do the work and I enjoyed it. And I had been laughing and just taking life less seriously. And so I decided to keep adding this into my life, and I found myself all of a sudden flirting with waitresses and making jokes with cashiers and pulling pranks on my friends. And I started going to the park with my buddies and playing stuff like home run derby and throwing out aerobies, and I signed up for basketball, I signed up for improv comedy classes, and I swear to you on my life that within 1 month I was back to normal, just by adding play back into my life.